Robert Urich was celebrated as a true Hollywood tough guy, admired for his rugged roles in Vega Dollar and Spencer, For Hire. Yet behind the camera, his greatest battle wasn't against villains or criminals, but against a disease that ultimately claimed both his and his wife's lives. Alongside Heather Menzies, best remembered as one of the Von Trapp children in The Sound of Music, he faced cancer with resilience, heartbreak, and unwavering devotion. Their love story was one of strength and tragedy, leaving behind a powerful legacy of family, faith, and philanthropy. This is the story of Robert Urich and Heather Menzies, their careers, their struggles, and the lasting imprint they left on Hollywood and beyond. Early life and education. Robert Michael Urich was born on December 19, 1946, in Toronto, Ohio, a small steel town along the Ohio River. He was the son of John Paul and Cecilia Monica Urich, née Halate, and his heritage traced back to Russian, Ukrainian, and Slovak roots. Raised in the Byzantine Catholic faith, Robert grew up in a hardworking family where discipline and perseverance were core values, traits that would later shape his career and personal resilience. In high school, Robert stood out as a talented athlete, excelling in football and earning a scholarship to Florida State University. From 1965 to 1966, he played as a backup center for the team. Though his time on the field was limited, the experience reinforced his dedication to teamwork. He also joined the Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity, where he built lasting friendships and developed leadership skills. Graduating in 1968 with a degree in radio and television communications, Robert decided to continue his studies. He went on to Michigan State University, where he earned a master's degree in broadcast research and management. Initially, he envisioned a career in broadcasting, working at WGN-TV in Chicago as a salesman and later as a weatherman. Still, his deep voice, charisma, and natural on-camera presence drew him toward acting. Encouraged by colleagues, he took a leap of faith and set his sights on Hollywood. Breaking into Hollywood. Robert's first taste of acting came when he performed in a Chicago stage production of The Rainmaker alongside Burt Reynolds. Reynolds recognized his potential and urged him to pursue acting seriously. Taking that advice to heart, Robert left his steady broadcasting career and moved to Los Angeles. His first television appearance came in 1972 with a guest role on the FBI, followed by a small but significant role in the film Magnum Force, 1973, alongside Clint Eastwood. The visibility helped him gain attention in Hollywood. By 1975, he landed his breakthrough television role as Officer Jim Street in SWAT, thanks again to Reynolds' recommendation. The show became a hit, but was canceled after 2 seasons due to controversy over its violence. Despite setbacks, Robert remained resilient. In 1977, he appeared in Soap and Tabitha, which, although short-lived, kept him visible. Then came his defining role, Private Investigator Dan Tana in Vega Dollar, 1978. With its glamorous Las Vegas setting and Robert's magnetic performance, the show became a hit. He earned 2 Golden Globe nominations and established himself as one of television's leading men. After Vega Dollar ended, he moved between film and TV roles. He starred in the sci-fi thriller Endangered Species, 1982, then headlined Gavilan, 1982, which was canceled after only 7 episodes. By 1985, he found lasting success again with Spencer, For Hire, based on the popular novels by Robert B. Parker. The series ran for 3 seasons and spawned several TV movies, cementing his reputation as a versatile, reliable actor. Acclaimed performances and later career. Beyond crime dramas, Robert broadened his career. In 1988, he became the host of National Geographic Explorer, where his warm presence and smooth narration earned him a Cable Ace Award. The following year, he delivered one of his most acclaimed performances as Jake Spoon in the miniseries Lonesome Dove. His portrayal of the morally conflicted former Texas Ranger won him praise from critics and audiences alike. Throughout the 1990s, Robert remained a familiar face on television. He starred in American Dreamer 1990, appeared in thrillers such as 83 Hours, Till Dawn 1990, and took chances with sitcoms like It Had to Be You 1993. He also narrated documentaries, including Disney's rare broadcast Alien Encounters from New Tomorrowland 1995. In 1996, he secured what looked like another defining role in TNT's The Lazarus Man, playing a Civil War soldier with amnesia. The show was well received and renewed for a second season. But tragedy struck that same year when Robert was diagnosed with synovial sarcoma, a rare and aggressive form of cancer. The battle with cancer. The diagnosis changed everything. Shortly after going public, Castle Rock Entertainment abruptly canceled The Lazarus Man. Robert later said, "They found out I had cancer and they just canceled the show. They didn't even ask the doctors if I could still work." In 2000, he sued the studio for breach of contract, eventually reaching a confidential settlement. Despite his illness, Robert refused to be defined by cancer. He underwent surgery and chemotherapy but continued working. In 1997, he hosted Vital Signs, a medical documentary series, and later Boatworks for PBS. Declared cancer-free in 1998, he triumphantly returned to acting, starring in Love Boat, The Next Wave, and even making his Broadway debut as Billy Flynn in Chicago. His energy and passion never wavered. By 2001, he appeared in the sitcom Emerald and starred in Night of the Wolf, 2002, which aired the night before his passing, a poignant farewell to a career spanning 3 decades. Personal life and marriage. Robert's personal life was anchored by his enduring marriage to Heather Menzies. He had first married actress Barbara Rucker in 1968, but the marriage ended in 1974. The following year, he met Heather, best known for playing Louisa Von Trapp in The Sound of Music, 1965. Their whirlwind romance led to marriage in 1975, a partnership that lasted more than 25 years. Together, they adopted 3 children, Ryan, Emily, and Allison. Despite the demands of Hollywood, Robert and Heather prioritized family, creating a grounded and loving home. Heather stood by Robert through every stage of his cancer battle, advocating for him publicly and privately. Their marriage became an example of resilience and devotion, rare in Hollywood. Advocacy and philanthropy. Robert and Heather turned their struggles into a mission. In 1996, they established the Robert Urich Fund for Sarcoma Research at the University of Michigan Comprehensive Cancer Center. Robert donated his Who Wants to Be a Millionaire winnings of $125,000 entirely to cancer research. He became the national spokesperson for the American Cancer Society and was recognized with the Gilda Radner Courage Award. Heather, a cancer survivor herself after overcoming ovarian cancer, remained active in the cause. Together, they inspired hope for patients and families battling cancer. Final years and passing. In November 2001, Robert revealed doctors had found new tumors. Though optimistic about new treatments, his health declined. In April 2002, he was hospitalized in Thousand Oaks, California, with respiratory complications. On April 16, 2002, surrounded by Heather and their children, Robert Urich passed away at just 55 years old. His funeral mass was held 3 days later at St. Charles Borromeo Church in North Hollywood. His ashes were interred at the family's retreat in Ontario, Canada. Tributes poured in from Hollywood and beyond, honoring his talent, kindness, and perseverance. Heather carried on his legacy, continuing their advocacy for cancer research. Sadly, she too faced her own battle with brain cancer and passed away on December 24, 2017, surrounded by their children. Legacy. Robert and Heather's impact extended beyond Hollywood. Their philanthropy supported cancer research, and their generosity helped fund the Eccles Performing Arts Center at Park City High School in Utah. Robert's hometown of Toronto, Ohio, honored him with the Robert Urich Interchange, while he also earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Their son Ryan continues their mission, ensuring that their devotion to family, faith, and philanthropy lives on. Robert and Heather's story is one of triumph, tragedy, and enduring love, a reminder that even in loss, legacies of courage and generosity shine brightly.